So before this video starts, I just want to apologize to anybody that clicks on this video because I feel like I just let you down, whether it's my subscribers, whether it's my ex-girlfriend that broke up with me or my dog that ran away. I just want to say sorry because I feel like I let you down because by the end of the season, I'm only gonna get diamonds. Sometimes I'm so cringy and I just question why I still live. Anyway, guys, so if you guys don't know, depending on when you watch this video, either Season 3 ended or Season 3 is going to end. Either way, Season 3 is coming to a close, and for this video, I did want to review Season 3 because this was my very first season I ever played in competitive Overwatch, and I learned a whole lot with team compositions, with the way that I am as a player, with climbing the ladder solo queue. Just so much has came out of this season that I learned so much just in this one tiny season, because I never got to play Season 2, I never got to play Season 1, and I'm going against people that played on multiple seasons, but I also want to hear your guys' thoughts on Season 3 and where you place. Even though a wise man once told me rank doesn't matter, even though I got a little gypped, I'm gonna be honest, I thought I could get Masters, but no, I let you guys down. But I do want to hear where you guys place in Season 3, whether it was Diamond, whether it was too low, too high, wherever it was, and what your hopes are for Season 4. But if you guys didn't know, at the beginning of the season, I played as soon as Season 3 dropped. I think the minute as soon as it released, I got on, and I played my placement games, and I think I was around level 34, so I still didn't really know what was going on with Overwatch, especially in the competitive scene, or how you even use team compositions. I still thought Bastion on attack payload was one of the greatest heroes that you could pick on that kind of map, even though he's not. But in the right hands, he can be sometimes. But again, that just shows that I really didn't know what was going on. I think I maybe won like 3 placement games. I really don't know. I don't remember. But I got placed at very high silver, and at the time, I didn't know whether that was good. I just thought, oh my god, I got placed at high silver. I'm totally not a bad kid, even though I kind of was. Let's be honest. But then I started to play more and more Overwatch because at the time I was playing a lot of Call of Duty. I just wanted to play some Overwatch on the side. But then I played Infinite Warfare, and I realized, oh my god, that's not the greatest Call of Duty of all time. I'm gonna be honest, guys. But then I switched back to Overwatch, and I realized, oh my god, that Overwatch is just an orgy of awesome. That's a little disgusting now that I think about it, but I realized Overwatch is a great and grand game, and I wanted to learn more and more about it, especially in the competitive scene. So I started to get better and better, and as time goes on, I just slowly climbed the ladders, and that just came with the help of a lot of practice, a lot of learning the heroes, the ins and outs, how team compositions work, and a whole gang of hours spent on YouTube just learning tutorials about Overwatch. So I learned a whole bunch, and I think it's that transfer from gold to platinum that's when I started to really learn how to play competitive Overwatch. And at the time, I knew I wouldn't be able to learn every single hero overnight. I just had to learn a handful of heroes to try to get good at and try to mesh well with the team comp. And I think that there was like 5 heroes. The first one was Mei, 76, Roadhog, Mercy, and for whatever reason, Junkrat. Those were, I think, the most heroes I played in Season 3, and those were pretty good heroes because the way that I thought about it was I was going to play solo queue, because if you guys didn't know, I played solo queue pretty much the whole entire season. I don't know, I'm sometimes weird like that. I don't like to pair up with someone that I don't know. I just find it awkward. Usually it's the other way around. People are more sociable online than they are in real life, but in real life, I'm like this social butterfly, but when it comes to Overwatch, I'm a bit more reserved. I don't know if you guys are like that too, but that just shows that I was going to have to play solo queue because I wouldn't break out of my little turtle shell, so that means I had to kind of be able to play on my own, not really rely on the team. Even though this was a more team-based game, I can kind of sort of hoard out on my own maybe if I had a potato healer or a potato tank that really wasn't doing well. And that's where Soldier 76, Mei, and Roadhog really does come into play, is because those 3 heroes can kind of hold out on their own. They can self-heal, they can dish out a lot of damage, and they can escape out of dangerous situations. Mei can just kind of hide in her ice cube. Roadhog can just kind of hook his way. Well, he can't really run. He's a big man, but the Soldier 76, he actually can run out of situations, go behind the Rhine shield. So that's just what I learned from Season 3 if I was going to play solo queue, is that I had to just hold out my own, not really rely on the team that much, but if I had an awesome team, bruh, I was just going to be able to win and win and win. But then it took hours and wins, because I played, I don't even know, I want to say, this is going to sound disgusting, but again, I'm on YouTube, so of course I got to play a lot of Overwatch if I want to bring some videos. I think for this whole entire season, I played a total of 100 hours. Now, I've seen some people that play way much more than me, which is a little disgusting, not gonna lie, but I played a lot of hours into this single season, and I just learned a lot from that, just the way that team team compositions worked and the way that ultimates went, but I also learned how to deal with this tank meta, and that's the final thing I do want to talk about is the tank meta, because I think the first competitive season was just an entire mess because of that little coin flip. Whoever got attack on a tie pretty much won the game, and then season 2 it was just the Beyblade nano boost or a Genji nano boost because Ana did drop, so everybody would just get this nano boost and just totally team wipe. And then season 3 was pretty much the world of tanks of this whole entire season, just a whole bunch of tank players, whether it was Zarya, Reinhardt, Roadhog. You just saw a whole bunch of tanks, and it was pretty, I don't know how to describe it. I want to say beefy, a pretty beefy season if I could say that adjective in the terrible description of this season. But it was pretty hard to try to deal with the tanks and try to find heroes that can deal out a lot of damage, especially with Ana with her biotic grenade and just being so overpowered. But towards the end of the season, it started to split up a lot more team composition, started to balance out a whole lot more. Symmetra is a perfect example of someone who you wouldn't imagine at the beginning of season 3, but at the end, pretty much everybody on like defense Eichenwald or defense Volskaya Industry, you always saw Symmetra, you always saw a teleporter, and for the most part, I think that was a good thing. You saw a lot of nerfs, you saw a lot of buffs that broke up that tank meta, and just you saw a lot more diversity when it came to team compositions. You're starting to see a lot more 2-2-2, 2 healers, 2 tanks, 2 offense, or maybe an offensive defense. So I think that was a good thing towards the end of the season, that towards season 4, it's going to be a lot more diverse, or a lot more variety, like I keep saying. It's just going to be a lot more diverse in the hero selections, and I think it's going to be a good thing for competitive Overwatch. So my final verdict for my first and final season, too bad I didn't get to play the first 2 seasons, but overall I learned a lot, and I think it was a pretty fairly decent season. There was, like I said, there was a lot of tanks that you had to deal with, but then it slowly started to break up, and you started to see a lot more team compositions and just a lot more variety. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts for season 3, and if you think that they should have improved on it. I mean, I know they could have improved the Temple and Volskaya and what was it, on Hanamura draws, because there was a whole gang of draws that I experienced on those maps, and it was so lame, and I feel like they're gonna fix it in season 4, because it's really dumb how you just kept on drawing and drawing and drawing. It's just, I don't know what they could do, but I like to see something done. I know a lot of people are gonna think that this season was whack, that they thought like they placed too low and they couldn't escape Elo Hell, which again, like I want you to make a video covering Elo Hell in the near future, probably when season 4 does drop. But yeah, like sometimes when you have that mentality, you just gotta get rid of that mentality. Just know that, hey, I can climb, because like I said, I've placed a very high silver, and I managed to place all the way at about mid diamond or so, and just cross that diamond threshold on 2 different accounts. So you just have to have the mentality and just try to get better at the game. I'm not saying you're bad or anything, but if you just practice maybe your headshots or just practice team compositions, then you will get a little bit better as time goes on. Just takes practice, and that's the beauty of Overwatch, is that you can practice and get better, rather than other games like Call of Duty where you don't really need to practice if you've been playing Call of Duty for so long, since Overwatch has such a diverse heroes. And that's my phone going off telling me I probably need to end the video because it's getting a little bit too long. So anyway guys, I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on season 3 and what your rank was at the end of the season, even though I let my girlfriend